सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानां योगीन्द्राणां त्वदङ्गेष्वधिकसुमधुरं मुक्तिभाजां निवासो भक्तानां कामवर्षद्युतरुकिसलयं नाथ ते पादमूलं नित्यं चित्तस्थितं मे पवनपुरपते कृष्णा कारुण्य सिंधो कृष्णा कारुण्य सिंधो हृत्वा निशेषतापान् प्रदिशतु परमानन्द सन्दोहलक्ष्मी
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Janana. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. We have had the unique opportunity, rather Saubhagyam, to discuss one of the greatest bhakti-laden kavyams, works in the last millennium, titled Śrīman Nārāyaṇīyam by Nārāyaṇa Bhaṭṭatiri. In this great work, Bhaṭṭatiri summarizes the teachings of Shuka Brahman as told to Parikshit in Srimad Bhagavata Mahapuranam. In the 9th Dashakam, Bhaṭṭatiri takes us through the presence of Bramha, Brahma's questions as to who created him, thereby Bhagavan's answers, and from then on, Brahma's Srishti, because the Srishti that happened before Brahma happened through Narayana or Parabrahmam. So that is called Advaraka. Without anybody in the middle, the creation happened. Now Brahma has been created. Now that Brahma is present through Brahma, Bhagavan happens or allows the creation to happen. So this is called Sadvaraka Srishti. So there is going to be Visrishti from now on. So the first shloka goes like this. Sthitasya kamalodbhavastava hinabhi pankeruhe kutaha svid idam ambudha uditam ityanalokayan tadikshana kutuhalat pratidisham vivrittananaha chaturvadanatamagat vikasad ashta drishtyambujam saha kamalodbhavaha hi. That one who is born of the lotus, Sarojasana, he is called. So, Kamalodbhavaha, the one who is born of the lotus, Kamalodbhavaha, that Brahma, Sthitaha is seated, Tava Nabhipankeruhe. So, he is seated on the lotus which emerged from your Nabhi Krishna, Tava. So, he says, Tava Nabhipankeruhe, from your Nabhi. Analokayan kutaha svid. But see, for Bhaṭṭatiri, he is able to visualize and see. For Brahma, he was seated on the lotus, but he did not know where that lotus came from. Analokayan kutaha svid. Where did this lotus come from? Ambudhau idam uditam iti. In the waters of the deluge, that the lotus had arisen. See, from those Pralayarnavam, the lotus had come, and from those waters, earlier Pralayarnavam, then they became causal waters. From those causal waters was a lotus, seated on which was Brahma. Idam kamalam uditam iti tadikshana kutuhalat. And that Brahma wanted to ascertain the cause. He wanted to know, where is this lotus coming from? Tadikshana kutuhalat. See, he was quite excited to know where did this lotus come from. Thereby, he wanted to know his Janaka, the one who gave him Janma. So, tadikshana kutuhalat vivrittananaha pratidisham. In every direction, he started looking. So, as he started looking, you have the four faces, or rather, there were four faces. In every possible direction, they could look. Tadikshana kutuhalat vivrittananaha, ananaha, face. Vivrittananaha, he turned. Where? Pratidisham, in every direction. Agat chatur vadanatam, thereby with the presence of his four faces, because he has to look into the directions. We may say there are many directions, but primarily there are four: north, south, east, west. The other intermediate directions come under it: northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. They will all be a subset of these four directions. So he says, Agat Chaturvadanatam. So he became endowed with the four faces. Vikasad Ashtadrishtyam Bhujam. Vikasad. So the eyes of each of these faces, each face had two eyes. So which is a pair of eyes. Four faces, four sets of eyes. So thereby you've got 8 eyes. Vikasad Ashtadrishtyam Bhujam. Each of these eyes that are akin to the lotus, 8 such lotus-like eyes, which is all the four faces with their sets of eyes started looking around. Agat chaturvadanatam vikasad ashtadrishtyam bhujam. So Brahma, even before he wanted to know what he had to do, first he wanted to ascertain who gave birth to him, who birthed him. So that was the first question that Brahma had. Then Bhaṭṭatiri continues, Maharnava vighurnitam kamalameva tat kevalam vilokya tadupashrayam tavatanum tu nalokayan kayesha kamalodare mahati nissahayohyaham kutasvid idam ambujam samajaniti chintamagat vilokya tat kamalam kevalam eva. Seeing that lotus standing alone, tall, all alone. Vilokya tat kamalam kevalam eva. Kevalam in Sanskrit means alone. That is why they say kevala jnanam. That jnanam that comes only to the self, to the jivatma, is called kaivalyam, we say. So here kevalam, he says kamalam kevalam eva. That alone existed. That kamalam alone existed. Kamalam kevalam eva vilokya tat. After seeing that lotus alone standing, Maharnava vighurnitam. In that Maharnava means a large ocean, the ocean that had no banks, no end at all. It looked like one vast expanse of ocean. Maharnava vighurnitam. In that particular ocean, there was this lotus standing alone, moving this way and that way. So there was some amount of tossing and shaking. So he says, Maharanava vighurnitam na alokayan tava tanum tadupashrayam. Thereby, hey Krishna of Guruvayur, hey Vasudeva, hey Guruvayurappa, Bhaṭṭatiri says, looking at Krishna, without seeing you, because Brahma couldn't see Bhagavan. Na alokayan tavatanum tadupashrayam. Tavatanum, your body, tadupashrayam. How does the support come from for the lotus? Because you are the support. That support, who is you, was not visible to Brahma. So he was wondering, where is the support coming from? Na alokayan tavatanum tadupashrayam saha chintam agat iti. Then Brahma thought like this. What did Brahma think? He kaha yeshaha aham nissahayaha. I am here seated without any help. He thought to himself, see, I am seated here without any help. There is no support. I don't know who is my Janaka. Where did this lotus come from? How did this lotus alone exist and manage to exist in this Maharanavam, in this large ocean? Mahati Kamalodare. So seated inside the lotus, he was thinking, where did this lotus come from? Where did this alone stand? Why is there tossing and quivering of the lotus in the middle of this large ocean? Where is my Janaka? Brahma kept wondering. Mahati Kamalodare, he Kaha Yeshaha Aham Nissahayaha Kutaha Svid Idam Ambujam Samajani. Where did this lotus emerge from? This lotus has come. Where did this emerge from? These were the questions that were going in the mind of Brahma. In the next shloka, he takes it further. Amushya hi saroruhaha kimapi karanam sambhavet iti sma krita nishchayaha sa khalu nalarandhradvana swayoga bala vidyaya samavarudhavan praudhadhihi Tvadiya mati mohanam natu kalebaram drishtavan sambhavet hi kimapi karanam. There must be some support. See, Brahma gets that logical reasoning ability that very minute. That is the greatness of Sanatana Dharma. You always question. You may get an answer immediately. You may get an answer eventually. You may not get an answer in this Janma. But questioning is the very essence of this dharma. So Brahma starts wondering, if I am here, I am present and I am seated on the lotus, somebody must have created the lotus, somebody must have created me who's seated on the lotus. So he asks, Sambhavet hi kimapi karanam sa amushya saroruhaha iti sma. This saroruhaha, I am seated on this lotus, somebody must have created, he thought das. After that, krita nishchayaha saha praudhadhihi khalu. Praudhadhihi, the one who has got high intellect. Praudhadhihi, Brahma. Krita nishchayaha, he concluded thereby samavarudhavan nalarandhradvana. Now, he saw the lotus. He said, the lotus has come. There is this nala, which is the stalk which must have come from some place. Let me now understand the Rishi Moolam, the Adi Moolam of this stalk. So he starts going through the hollow of the lotus stem. Imagine, so there is this lotus stem, the stalk. Brahma goes within it. You know, children play the slide game, right? So he goes through that. So he says, Samavarudhavan nalarandhradvana. Just additional information. For some of you, it may be trivia. Now, in the olden days, how did people drink coconut water? See, coconut, when you chop it off, the water can be drunk. How do we drink it today? It comes in the form of bottles. Or we use a straw. The straw will necessarily be a plastic straw. And how do we consume it? So, one way is to use the straw. But very acharyas who are trained in our shastras, they may not agree to these plastic straws. So how do they even consume? Okay, sir, you can break it, put that coconut water onto a vessel and then you can drink. But it is said by our acharyas that if you drink coconut water from a vessel, any other container but the coconut, it is equivalent to liquor, toddy. So you cannot put it into a vessel. You cannot use a straw. If you just put it this way, it will fall all over you. How did they do? In the past, they used to use the lotus stalks to suck like a straw, because that is a biodegradable material and it is associated with our shastra. So they used to use lotus stalks. So here, nalarandhradvana swayoga bala vidyaya. With the help of his own yogic power, na drishtavan tvadiyam kalebaram. But he did not see or form. Now Brahma, who was interested, went through the stalk, but he kept on going. He couldn't see the moolam, the root of it. Na drishtavan tvadiyam kalebaram tu ati mohanam, which is extremely enchanting. See, the beauty is, the lotus is beautiful. Brahma was seated on it. He wanted to see the origin. He went through the inside of the stalk. He kept on going like a slide. he had to see the origin. It has to originate somewhere, which is the Nabhi of Bhagavan. How is that Nabhi? To Ati Mohanam. So he says Ati Mohanam. When the mystic poets, the Alvar say, they say that this Undi, this Nabhi, this navel of Bhagavan has no equal. There is nothing in this world that can match the Undi, the Nabhi of Bhagavan. So here Bhaṭṭatiri says, that originating place which gave rise to the lotus and thereby Brahma, which Brahma wanted to see, is Ati Mohanam. Because he is able to see that in Guruvayur, but Brahma is not able to see. So he says Ati Mohanam. It is very beautiful. Did Brahma get to see that originating place? Did he get to see the Nabhi? What did he do next? More in the next episode.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण